Get rich quick. Is it possible? Often we hear this term, we think it's a scam because most of the time it is a scam. But it doesn't mean that it's not possible. We have seen over the last couple of years that it is possible with crypto and even more so with NFTs. And it can be done by truly understanding the concept of asymmetric risk. When you understand what asymmetric risk truly is, it can change your life. I mean it. And when it comes to investing and asymmetric risk, this refers to the idea of investing a small amount that you can afford to lose, small risk, but a big reward on the other side, or a potential big reward on the other side. This would be, for example, investing, let's say, $10, and you can lose that $10, which many people would be okay with. But on the other side, that $10 could become maybe $200 or $400 or $500. So a small risk, and on the opposite end, there is potential for a big gain. And the opposite of asymmetric risk is symmetric risk. And we can see this, for example, with some of the largest stocks in the world. If you invest in Apple or Microsoft or Google or Amazon or Tesla, these are good companies. These could be good investments, but there is no asymmetric risk. When you put your money into these companies, you can lose money. And then even if things go well, maybe you'll double your money. These companies are already so large. They have huge market caps that even if they do well, maybe over the next 5-10 years, maybe you'll double your money. Maybe if you're lucky, get a 3 or 4x. But with these big companies, you're putting your money at risk, but at the same time, you're not going to get any 20, 50, or 100x. So when it comes to asymmetric risk, you put in a small amount of money you can afford to lose. This can be different for everyone. For some, it's $20. For some, it's $500. For some, $1,000. For some, $10,000. But on the opposite end, there is a chance that you can 20x, 50x, 100x your money. And after learning about this concept of asymmetric risk, what many people will do is they'll throw their money into small cap cryptocurrencies or small cap NFTs because they think, hey, I'll just put my money into a ton of these cryptocurrencies and they can 100x, they can 1000x. While it's possible, it doesn't mean that there's a good chance. If you just throw your money into low cap investments, low cap coins, low cap NFTs, without doing any research, it just becomes pure gambling. It's no different than the lottery. When you buy a lottery ticket for $1 or $2, you understand you can lose $1 or $2, and then you think, hey, but it's possible I could win $1 million. And while it's possible, the probability is extremely low. So if you're just throwing your money into things that could do a 100x or that could do a 1000x, that is not asymmetric risk. That is gambling. So when we look for asymmetric risk, we want to put in money that we can afford to lose, but we also want to put it into something at the same time that has a pretty good probability of actually doing a 10, 20, 50, or 100x. And this can be done in the crypto space. But right now, one of the best places that it can be done is with NFTs. And this is not an opinion. This is objective. We've seen it. You've seen it. People have taken just in the last year, maybe $200, $500, $1,000, and they have turned it into $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, even $1 million. Not to mention when you pick the correct NFTs, many of them come with added airdrops. And I'm going to show you the exact method I use to evaluate NFTs and look for asymmetric risk. And something about asymmetric risk, side note, is that it's not just about money. This is a tweet from Naval Ravikant about asymmetric opportunities. Yes, it could be about money, right? Invest in startups, start a company, create a book, but also about things that don't have to do with money. Go on many first dates. You never know where it will lead to. Go to that cocktail party. You never know who you will meet, the connections you will make. Move to a big city. You never know what's on the other side. Again, as long as you can handle the risk, right? If the risk for you is small enough and there are potentially major opportunities on the other side, whether it has to do with money or just your health or your relationships in life, then why not? So when it comes to NFTs, like we stated, right now, this is one of the best places for asymmetric risk. A small amount of money that someone is willing to risk losing or maybe lose at least half of it on the other side can lead to these major gains. And I'm going to show you the exact method I used to find NFTs in the past, for example, such as World of Women, under 1 Ethereum, now sitting at 13 Ethereum floor, or Doodles, under 1 Ethereum, now sitting at a 13 ETH floor. The same methods I used to find something like MFers for 0.2 Ethereum, now sitting at a 3 ETH floor. So these asymmetric risk plays worked out for me, but they don't always work. That's the whole idea behind asymmetric risk. You put in money that you can afford to lose, but you do your research and you look to see if there's actually potential. So these ones worked out. Another one that I'm currently working on, and it's still playing out, is DAO or DAR cells. This is an NFT that I picked up at the 0.2 range. I tweeted about it. I made videos about it. And so far, it's playing out well, right? I got it at 0.2. Now it's at 0.8. But this doesn't mean that it's going to succeed. Remember, we put up money that we can afford to lose. For everyone, it's going to be different. And on the opposite end, there may be big gains. So right now it's at 0.8. It's working out, but this doesn't mean that it's going to succeed. It can still crash from here. And there's no guarantee. But in my eyes, in my opinion, there is a good chance, a good probability. And I have 2 videos for you on exactly how I evaluate NFTs and look for asymmetric risk. The first video are the 3 steps I take when evaluating an NFT. And the second video are 4 red flags to avoid when looking at NFTs, which we can make the case may be even more important. So go ahead and check those videos out. Have a great day. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.